tell you, Threat.
Mm-hmm.
Cat Quest 3.
Jeez, you're obsessed.
It is. It's not a game I would like tell you to go play, unless you wanted to play a game with your wife.
Wow.
But if there's anybody listening to this who has a child and they want to find a game to play, it is extremely well done. Now that the bug is fixed.
Right. Well, I'm glad for you.
It's good. It's and actually, if you're gonna play it with your kid, I actually recommend just putting it on easy. That's what we did. Like you'll still die to like the boss battles.
Yeah,
or
but
whatever.
you just want to have see the story and have it unfold.
It's just
and,
having fun. Like my kid gets to pick her outfit, and she is decked head to toe in like purple attire. But there's a lot of adult puns which are really good. So one of the bosses in the game is like a guitar playing guy.
Okay.
But it's a cat game, so his name is Mutalica.
Ugh.
Like it is rich with puns. It is beautiful.
Okay.
So, anyways, we played a bunch this weekend. I'd say we're probably like halfway done.
Wow.
So
I also played games this weekend, Brad.
I saw your.
We kind of theorized that, this is like approaching the new console in quality or a console in quality, and there'd be some future day where you could play, Call of Duty or whatever. That is 100% possible right now.
Oh yeah. I would be shocked.
And
I'd be shocked if you couldn't do it today.
That's what I mean. Like the only reason is it just hasn't happened. But
because
like
they're probably two different. It's Call of Duty, but it looks the same. But
no,
the
their
back
code
end
you're
is
right.
not.
No, the code bases are different.
Right.
In fact, I think the easiest way for these guys is going to be to do it in Warzone first. But who knows? Actually, I mean, they're different engines, whatever. But I still don't understand the Warzone thing, because I go in there and I actually just like, you can play like a crash playlist, like that classic Modern Warfare map with the helicopter in the middle. I spent like 2 hours on that the other day. Like, it's just awesome. Like, it's awesome. And I finally because I've been doing it enough, I'm finally playing against people who are good,
Right.
So I actually have the highest score every single game, but I'm in the top 3 every single game pretty much.
Just
and it's
enjoying
like
yourself.
good.
That's all that really.
Yeah, no, it's good competition, and it's, different game types, like, hardpoint and whatever. But I just want to play deathmatch really, but I don't care. It's like, it's impressive that this is possible on an iPad.
Yeah.
There's also, I talked to you about this notion of like traveling, and like you're on a plane and you have a couple hours to kill or whatever it is. It's like, you could read, watch a movie, like this is another option, But the thing that's tied to that is like, if you're on like it doesn't matter if it's a work trip, but you're on a trip and you have like a phone and you have a tablet, maybe in this case, and then you have a laptop, right? And like you could, depending on the laptop, I guess, play games on a laptop, but like that would really harm the battery life on that thing. And like to me, it's one of the nice things about having to bring, when you have different devices, is you can use them for what they're for, and those activities don't impact the battery life on the others, if that makes sense. So maybe you're writing on your laptop or doing whatever you're doing, but you're listening to music through your phone, right? And it's like, instead of running it all through your phone, not that that's like a huge thing, but I mean through your computer, you just use each one for the thing. So if for some reason you decided on like a 5-hour flight, like I'm going to play video games or watch videos or whatever it is for a couple hours on the iPad, like that impacts the battery life on the iPad, but that thing's actually really efficient for that stuff. And then when you go to use your laptop, like it's just 100%, like it's all, it's all there. Like it's just kind of I don't know. It's like every device has its point or whatever, its place. Okay.
You've got a place.
Yeah, right. I don't know. They're all versatile in their own ways, I guess is what I'm saying.
I don't know. It's a Monday. There's Gamescom's this week. That's what's going on.
Yes, Gamescom
starting Wednesday, I think. Yep.
The Pixel devices are supposed to ship this week, so that's going to be. I'm kind of curious to see some reviews there. I guess that's it for a little while, and then IFA is coming up.
You got IFA. You also have Apple supposedly shipping the iPhone. So we're probably a couple weeks away from that, though.
Easily, yeah. It's going to be. I'm surprised they haven't actually announced the date yet. But
I was going to say, I bet it's either the 10th or the 17th.
Yeah.
Going on historical trends. So
I mean, there's no reason. Well, except for they get those revenues, I guess. But like, push it down a little bit. You get a little closer to the first Apple Intelligence stuff. Maybe it doesn't look so bad. But I bet they want to get a nice little hit before
I don't think anybody's
October.
sitting here waiting and going like, you know what? I need Apple Intelligence in my life. The same way they're not saying, "Oh, I'd really like Recall right now." Like nobody's saying this. These are not things that normal people say.
Well, I mean, other than normal people just don't know about this stuff. I mean, Apple has the advantage that their marketing gets spread wide and far. People actually hear about it, so they're like, "Yeah, maybe I would like to have something intelligent in messages or email or whatever it is that will help me with those things." But um, I mean, it's funny you mentioned Recall. Like Microsoft could not have advertised this more. In fact, I think if you went to any Copilot PC site today, they still talk about Recall. I haven't mentioned Recall since the end of June. There, it's been almost, actually, I think it's exactly 2 months
Yeah.
since the last. Well, other than no, I think it's been 2 months. It's been like 2 months of silence. Like, are they doing like? Did the Xbox marketing guys take over for them or something? Like, what's happening here?
So here's my conspiracy theory, and this is true conspiracy theory.
Are you
I have
gonna
no
say
idea.
it's gonna be Setzt?
I don't think it's gonna be that.
Yeah.
So here's what happened, right? They announced
Mhm.
Recall, and
Yep.
then like a few weeks later, there was all that Microsoft whatever hack stuff or whatever was going on, and then
Mhm.
the Satya Nadella memo came out. So it's like security
Mm.
first. All this stuff is first. So my guess is right now they're working on Recall, and it's like who's going to sign off on this? Like which
Right.
executive is going to sign off on this and say it is secure enough that we can now ship it?
Actually, I just I'm not going to go into this in great detail, but I will say the one thing most people misunderstand. I did write about this. Was this thing is these devices are secured in a way that normal Windows PCs are not,
Mm-hmm.
and the hardware requirements for Windows Hello ESS, which is a requirement of Copilot Plus PC, are so onerous. Um, they're incredibly stringent, and one of the reasons I think you don't see too many fingerprint readers on Copilot Plus PCs yet, although like the ThinkPad has it, and is that the only one? You don't see like the combo either, like with both. Is It's really hard to get these parts. Like these, they're like it's Windows Hello fingerprint readers or whatever, and Windows Hello webcams or whatever. But like
Mm-hmm.
these things are actually there's a whole process. Like it's kind of incredible. So yeah, maybe, but I actually I don't know. I don't the security thing is nothing. Like I don't I shouldn't say it that way. The security thing is overblown, but it's not like look, your Windows PC is secure. It just is, you know. But these things are secure to a whole new level. I mean, in many ways, just like Copilot PC becomes PC and AI PC becomes PC, all these security things are just going to become part of the base platform. Just like when we talked about TPM when they were doing Longhorn, and it was like, oh my God, this is confusing. And it was like, it's about keeping Linux off of PCs and stuff and blah, blah, blah. And it's just early days, right? But
Mm-hmm.
this is the base. This is going to be the base security platform. So they actually have a really good story there.
If it's secure, the
I,
Recall stuff specifically.
it doesn't recall. But Recall is on a PC that is by nature secure. In fact, one of the things they don't do with this is let that data go anywhere. They don't even sync it to their own thing. Like it's per device. Like it is secure. It just
It
is.
it should be until we found out it wasn't, and then
Except we
they
didn't
stopped
find out it
shipping it.
wasn't because none of those people had those PCs I was describing. That's the point. You
Yeah.
can't rate it as insecure if you didn't try it on an actual Copilot Plus PC because you have no idea how secure those things are. I don't know. We'll see. I
Yeah,
think
I
they have a
mean
good story.
we don't have it yet, so I'm sure they're probably announcing some other event.
It
But
is notable that there has been complete silence, like
yeah.
2 months. Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, we're
Yep.
just gonna implement encryption and then we'll do this, and then like here we are.
That
It doesn't
I
work that
also
way.
I don't understand what a lot of times Microsoft they did this with the recall stuff actually when they announced like all these compromises they were making. If you go through the list, you're like, well, you were doing that. I don't understand. Like they sometimes they just have a way of announcing things where like it's like, hey, by the way, we're auto encrypting all the disks now, and it's like you've been doing that since Windows 8. I mean, what are you talking about? Like, the only thing you don't get in Windows Home is BitLocker control panel. Like this thing is fully disk encrypted from the second you sign into your Microsoft account. Like that's automatic. Your disk is encrypted unless you bypassed all the stuff and did it like a local account, like a numbnut, because you think you know better than everybody. But like,
Oh, this reminds me of a question I have.
yeah,
It's related.
Mhm.
So, annoyingly, and I've done something. I'm assuming I have done something, but maybe I have not here. So, on my brand new iPad, which we've not talked about yet at all in any way, shape, or form,
okay, I feel
I
like we have a
I
little bit, but
was like, okay, this is a great spot to put Microsoft Authenticator on as a secondary
yes,
device
I've done the same. Yep.
because, like, hey, if I lose my iPhone, that's the big
hmm
fear. So I have two authenticators, right? You have the Google one, and then you have the
Right.
Microsoft one. I download the
That's
Google
exactly.
one, I log into my account, all my stuff is in there.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Yep.
I go in, I log in
I
at my
know exactly what
Microsoft
you're going
one,
to say.
and there
No,
is nothing.
there's nothing. Yeah.
How do I get my other ones in there? Do I have to
So
go
they do
manually do
support the
this?
notion of backup and restore. Um, I feel like it doesn't do the sync thing you're talking about. It's one thing the Google thing does that is makes me use it for everything except Microsoft accounts
Yeah.
because it's just awesome. Um, I'm trying to think what I did. I think I just because I mean, how many Microsoft accounts do you have? Just a couple, right?
Yeah, but I have a lot of there's a lot of third-party accounts tied in through there.
Well, you should tie them all through Google because then they'll just sync. And then
That would have been
just
great advice about 9 years ago.
no, the Google thing just got synced last year. So I did
Okay.
this myself. Like, the thing to do is just go to the Microsoft account website on the device. Actually, it doesn't matter what device you use, but I would do it on the PC, honestly. It doesn't matter. But you can start and add a new authenticator, add a new method to sign in or authenticate, whatever the language is, and then just add it manually because you only have a couple. So just don't worry about it. I put everything else in Google.
Yeah,
And then
that'll
once
be
you do
the
that, you're
mantra
done.
going forward. But
I know. I wish it was. Listen, if
so
the
I got to go
Microsoft
to.
account thing synced, I would just use that.
So what you're telling me is I got to go on my PC. I got to go to my Microsoft account, log in,
Yep. Yep.
and then I
Because
can
your
find my.
iPad is a camera, so it will do the QR code.
Yep, and so
Do
I'll be
that.
able to find my other accounts.
Yeah. So when I sign, like, so for if I'm sitting here on the computer and I have to authenticate, I could do it on my phone or my iPad, like whatever's there. And if you're on the iPad, you're done. It's nice. So yes, it does. This absolutely works. So
Okay, well that's
when I
not
used to talk
terrible,
about
but
RAM or storage and everything, I was like, I don't need that much storage. Like one of the, now that I have more storage, I put more stuff on it. That's one of the things I put on there is the two authenticator apps.
all right. Well,
Yeah,
I
it's
guess
good.
I'll go do that.